Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to Movies That Are So Bad They're Good month. And tonight we have a 2015 American comedy starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg called Daddy's Home. That this is the first one. I didn't see the sequel yet, and it's directed by Sean Anders, and he also wrote it, and it was also written by Brian Burns and John Morris. The film is about a mild-mannered stepfather, Will Ferrell, who vies for the attention of his wife's children, who, with their biological father, returns Mark Wahlberg. So basically, yeah, it's daddy versus daddy, the real daddy against the stepfather. And while I don't know about this because I'm not a parent, I get what they were going for. But this film is not as bad as the critics say it is. I mean, it was actually gave me a lot of laughs for what it was. The film was a massive success. It made $242 million worldwide on a budget of $69 million. That's more than what Dark Phoenix made. Now that's something that's funny. Yeah, it said the freaking Rotten Tomatoes, the critical thing said it got a 31%. It's not that bad, guys. There's some bad jokes in there, but there's a lot of things that made me laugh. Because there's a scene where Will Ferrell's on a motorcycle, and then the motorcycle goes like from one side of the house to the other like really fast, and it's CG, and it looks so stupid. And then there's another scene where he's doing this crazy stunt and he flies into the air and then he gets electrocuted on the freaking telephone pole. That was funny. There's a scene in the where he buys his stepkids a pony and the little girl screams and he's like, "It's a pony, Dusty! It's a pony!" And he's like really shoving it in Mark Wahlberg's face. And I don't blame Mark Wahlberg because he's always talking like this, and he has a leather jacket. And there's a lot. There's one thing that did bother me in this movie. We get it, Mark Wahlberg. You work out. You don't have to take your shirt off in this movie every 5 minutes. I swear, half the movie he's shirtless for no reason, and it's like the Twilight movies. They have to show his abs. And the kids are cute. The kids that play Linda Cardellini's kids. You have Scarlett Estevez as Megan. She's a cute little brunette. And you have Owen Vicario as Dylan Mayron. The kids are cute. They're not annoying. And, they just act like kids, normal kids. And there's a scene that he takes the kids to a basketball game. And, of course, he drinks too much, Will Ferrell. And then he hits a girl in the face with the basketball. I'm like, oh, my God, that's so stupid. But it just, I don't know. It came out of nowhere. And, comedy is subjective. It definitely is. I mean, there's some jokes that don't work. There's a joke where the kid with the glasses, Will Ferrell's stepson, or Mark Wahlberg's main son, he is being picked on in school, and it's from a girl, and they don't know that it's a girl. So he's like, "Oh, you got to kick him in the nuts," and I'm like, "But wait a minute, he kicks a girl, and that's kind of mean spirited." But that scene's not funny, but that's near the end. But the stuff with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg trying to one each other up made me laugh. John Cena's cameo was kind of weird. It was at the end, but it kind of made me smile. I like Linda Cardellini in the movie. I think she's really cute, and she's always going to be. Besides Velma from the Scooby Doo films, she's also a good. She was also good in Age of Ultron, and of course, she was in Endgame for a couple minutes, and that was a good scene with her. She's a good actress, very very talented. Um, they want to do a Daddy's Home 3, which is, as Mark Wahlberg mentioned, they would like to get Liam Neeson for a third installment. Well, I like the first one. I don't know about the second one. I think the second one got even worse reviews, and they said Mel Gibson was an asshole. But here in the first one, I like Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell's dynamic. They have good chemistry from the other guys. So here it's definitely still there. It's not Will Ferrell's worst. I've seen way worse with him and with Mark Wahlberg. I mean, see Mark Wahlberg as freaking Max Payne. That's way freaking worse, where he's emotionless and a robot. And Will Ferrell has done worse, like Land of the Lost and that freaking Holmes and Watson shitty movie from last year, and other stuff where he's just a cameo. Yeah, he's done worse than this. But yeah, Thomas Haden Church is in the movie in one scene, and there's a scene where Mark Wahlberg is literally he's lip syncing because he sounds like he has a black voice. He's like 103.6 the Panda, and I'm like, that's not Mark Wahlberg's voice. It's ridiculous. It made me laugh because I'm like, that's one joke I remember from the movie. Um, And this film, I'm not kidding. And Ken sees this video. This movie came out the same month as The Force Awakens. Yet I got more entertainment out of this stupid comedy that was under 2 hours. It was, how long was it? 96 minutes. It's short. It's to the point. It made me laugh. I like the cast. It has some mean spirited humor because it's PG-13. People thought it was going to be like a family comedy, like Home Alone. No, this is not Home Alone. This is more, a little bit more crass, just not R rated. There's no nudity in the film or anything, but yeah, I enjoyed this more because it didn't make me suffer in the theater for 2 hours, and there's no Brits in it. I think. No, I don't think so. Not in the main cast. And the film, yeah, it has a, a decent premise: a father against a stepfather, and they want to fight for the kids because it's always the kids that have to be in the mix of all this. And for me, if I was Will Ferrell, I would just find another woman and then have kids with her, and then introduce them to the other kids. Then you don't have to be, having a dick measuring contest. That's basically what this movie is. Mark Wahlberg's the successful, leather jacket wearing freaking built up man, and Will Ferrell's the man child, that has to, he wants to just, he's obsessed with trying to one up Marky Marco, I'm tired. So this will be my last video until later today when I do my DVD update. But anyway, if you haven't seen Daddy's Home, it's a funny film. It's not for kids, so don't, invite your kids to watch this unless they're over 13 and they know what they're getting into. And I thought it was going to be horrible, but it wasn't horrible. It made me laugh a couple times. I saw it on TV. The film is not long, so it's not like some of these comedies where they literally have to drag a joke out for like 5 or 10 minutes. This movie doesn't do that. If there's a bad joke, it goes by quick. It failed. They go to the next one, then the next one, and the next one. They don't linger on a joke for 5 minutes like a freaking Seltzer and Freeberg movie where the joke never ends. It keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. I'm like, no, if a joke isn't working, you stop immediately. Marvel knows that, and certain movies in the DC universe. Don't run a joke into the ground. Get the laugh, move on. That's what you do. That's why I like this movie because it wasn't the worst thing ever. And critics were just harsh because they said, "Oh, it has funny ideas, but it doesn't do it." It's a cartoon, guys. Will Ferrell gets hurt a lot in the movie, and it's hilarious. Like, just seeing him get electrocuted and thrown through a wall and knocked on his ass, it's funny to watch him do that because he did that on SNL and in other movies like Step Brothers. And him and Mark Wahlberg have good chemistry. That's the one thing that really worked for the film that had to be there. If not, it's not a foreigner trying to be funny like Rebel Wilson, where I'm fat and I'm gonna fall down. That's hilarious, right? No, fuck you. And the hustle. I'm fit and I got to be with Anne Hathaway doing a weird accent, and I'm a con artist, and I'm gonna just fall all over the place. You're not Melissa McCarthy. Stop it. You're not a good actress either. No, whatchamacallit, a Rebel Wilson. You can't act. Here, at least there's no Rebel Wilson here. There's no Melissa McCarthy, who was already doing too many comedies at that time. And it's not Fembusters, guys. Trust me, this movie is not Fembusters. There's no SJW agendas. There's no horrible CGI. It's not 2 hours long like the extended cut of that. It's funny to the point, and while it does have some bad things in it, it still makes me laugh, and it's still competently made. That's more than I could say for some other comedies that came out earlier this year, and that are coming out later. Like freaking, uh, what was that movie called? Dora the Explorer, the movie. That's not gonna be funny, guys. Or what was that other movie? Charlie's Angels. They're gonna try to put jokes in there, and it didn't make me laugh when I heard them. Sorry. This made me laugh, so I'm not gonna apologize for it. But thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I hope you do see Daddy's Home, the first one. I haven't seen the second one, so I can't tell you how I feel about that. But take care, and I'll see you in the next review.